Hey everybody, it's Pete. How's it going today? Thank you so much for joining me. We're going to be creating a trading game plan for Thursday, June 24th, 2021. Pretty interesting day. We got what we might call a perfect pause just after some good volatile momentum. The bulls stepped back up, came back in the last 2 days, took a break today, maybe pulled over to charge up their electric vehicle, which means we're going to talk about Tesla. Tesla is going to lead the charge for everything we're going to discuss today. Also, some news on XPEV, which has been the strongest solar stock, Chinese electric vehicle stock that pulled back a little bit, which was awesome. Paused today and had a little bit of news that is looking like sell the news. We'll see. It's still setting up as a buy. Stick around. We'll be back in 1 second. Okay, so we're going to hop right into it. We're going to go much better sector rotation coming out of it. But what we're going to do is we're going to start out with Tesla. Tesla is the one that everybody is focused on. Everybody loves Elon Musk. He's kind of like the second coming of the corporate CEO that is also a rock star. The stock has been stuck in the mud. The Chinese electric vehicle stocks have been taking off without Tesla. Tesla has been really doing nothing. Yesterday, we noticed Tesla paused. Perfect inside day, just in front of a breakout level. We were still doing nothing, in all honesty. A lot of members of the community were day trading it back and forth on much shorter time frames, trading the intraday gyrations of it. Not me. I've been staying back. I am mostly higher time frames, like to trade a little bit less stress-free, maybe 3-4 trades a day, nothing even remotely close to what I used to do. However, Tesla woke up. Tesla got supercharged. Tesla surge, whatever you want to use, I don't care. It woke up, bullish gap, closed on the highs, plenty of room to go. It woke up. So we're going to take a look at Tesla. We're going to take a look at Plug. We're going to take a look at a lesson in PLTR. And we're going to talk about two stocks that have, one broke out to a really big level on some big news today. Another one woke up after some big news today. And the one stock that we're going to show you was probably the smoothest, easiest, cleanest bullish move to the upside that you'll ever see. And then it got absolutely crushed in the period of about a week and a half. And now it's starting to wake up again. These are the little things that you need to notice when you go from chart reader to tape reader. You start to notice these small things before they become obvious to everybody. And also for tomorrow, we got a couple of really nice, clean breakouts. We did a big game plan meeting after the market closed today, and there's a lot of stocks that have rallied, paused, the market rallied, paused. You need to be ready for tomorrow. Only one or two things is going to happen. We're going to explode and have an amazing third day out of the last 4 days, or we're going to pull back a little bit, maybe take some flats, get in or out where we got out to put the trade on in the first place. That's actually trader language. When a trader says, I'm flat, it means that they just got out of an existing position or that they have no positions on. So it's pretty cool language to know. So we're going to talk about Home Depot as well. You remember on Sunday, Home Depot and Bumble and STEM were a few stocks that we called out. Both of them moved quickly in our favor, and now they paused. So let's actually head over to the charts. Let's get right into it. We're going to take a look at some news. We're going to take a look at Tesla and the possibility of where Tesla's going. The thing I want to talk about in XPEV, it's setting up good. It's setting up for another move, but it really looks like it's sell the news. We'll take a look at the charts. Let's actually head on over to the charts. We're going to start out with the market, obviously, as we have been doing. And what do we got? It looks really good rally into a pause. Looks even better on the hourly chart, right? Vicious move off the lows. Really good, clean move. What ruined it? Well, the end of the day ruined it. The last 15 minutes of the day is what ruined it. And let's actually go over here. That really is that what they say is the pros control the close. And if that's the case right now, that was not what we wanted to see. I'm going to be more focused on the fact that we pushed up, paused, and went sideways. So I still think that the market is giving us really good, clean price action to lean into tomorrow. Here's the sector rotation for tomorrow. It's looking a lot better. The day was not awesome, but the week is starting to look better. Technology, as we've been talking about, has been the strongest sector. We've been in the right stocks, consumer cyclical and consumer services. Interestingly, on the consumer cyclical, we've just talked about, and we're going to talk about again, Tesla. But I want to walk my way over to Workhorse. Workhorse has been in play recently. It woke up. If you're part of the community and you watched, we actually had a breakout down here. We called this bottom here. It's called a 1, 2, 3 bottoming pattern. $9.50 was the long. 18 was our ultimate target. Literally got right to that level, and it pulled back. Woke up today. The other meme stocks really haven't done that much. We're going to be watching Workhorse tomorrow. And, of course, Tesla. Tesla finally parachuted, I don't even know what word, exploded out of this range, finally got out of the range, has plenty of room to go. 700 was the level that we've been watching on the downside, that it was had to hold support. Now 700 is going to be the level to the upside. So what is the trade? What are we looking for? What is the mojo that we're looking for in Tesla tomorrow? Now, so many people that are watching, which, by the way, I'm so grateful that you're watching right now, have been putting too much emphasis on just the one move. And this is a really advanced trading lesson. Our job is to set up ideas. Our job is to find the highest probability ideas. Our job is to say this and this and this and this is the argument for putting on the trade. And that's why we accept risk. Today was the first day that Tesla woke up. So our job tomorrow is to set up entries, set up profit targets, as I just gave you, and then manage risk if we get follow through. Get out of your head it was a bad trade because it went down. All we can do is set up the odds of following through. We've been doing that with NEO. We've been doing that with XPEV. We've been doing that with LI. We've been doing that with the solar stocks. We're also going to talk about Run today. Tesla looks great. If we get follow through tomorrow, we're going to be on it like every good trader should be. If it moves in our favor and pulls back, every good trader knows what their risk is prior to the trade. But I'm pretty jazzed up about this one. We've been waiting for Tesla to wake up. So we're looking to buy Tesla stock tomorrow on Thursday, and we're looking for follow through. So again, keep Workhorse in your mind as well. So we're going to work our way over into two stocks that had news. The first one we're going to talk about is Snap. There was a lawsuit that was settled. We don't need to get into the whole reason why, but a woman got into trouble for something she did off of school grounds. And if you're a regular follower, you know that we've been watching Snap at $64, and today it looks great, right? Big volume, finally punched through 64 with conviction. All of that happened here. And at the end of the day, when the news came out, it was okay over here, still dancing around. End of the day, and it held. You can see the majority of the volume. We're looking for follow through in Snap tomorrow. So let's just set the expectation for where we finally got through 64. You can see why we've been watching 64. We're looking, honestly, we're ready for all-time highs. If this thing catches a bid above 74 is not out of the question. So that was the first big news story today that got some momentum. VIAC, right? VIAC actually trading really well earlier in the year. Looking to trade it now. Let's take a look. Doesn't look like anything exciting, right? This was the trend I was talking about. It was just out of this world. Awesome. Doesn't look like much here, right? Zoom down a little bit. This is where reading the tape, paying attention to the volume comes in handy. Look at that. Explosion to the upside. We're going to be looking for follow through here tomorrow, popping out of this trading range. So that's the news type stocks. Now we're going to shift over into some breakout stocks. We all know that Triple D had that great news, exploded, and now it's paused. Plenty of room. We cleared all of this resistance levels, got plenty of room to go. Could not have asked for a better pause. Next, we have Plug earnings yesterday, exploded, paused again, right at resistance. Success leaves clues. I've been asking everybody to leave a comment below, and I'd like to ask you again, let me know what your biggest challenges are, because we have a training session coming up soon. It's going to be a webinar. It's going to be a live Q&A. Ask me anything. The biggest question that I'm getting right now is, how do I get in at the right time? Two big questions. How do I get in at the right time? And how do I hold my winning trades longer? We're going to answer that when we have that live Q&A. I'm showing you now. You need to dissect the market from every angle and massage it and look at breakouts, look at pullbacks, look at moving averages, draw trend lines, look at multiple time frames, get all of that raw material, and then you go in and you fine tune it a little bit to say, these are the best ones right now, near the optimal entry with plenty of room to go, which means profit potential. And that's how you find the entries sooner. So we just gave you Plug. We just gave you Triple D. Okay, those are still sitting right at really, really clean breakout levels. Run and the solar stocks have been ones that we've been watching too, a little bit pushing past. But if you remember yesterday, we said coming out of a 4-day breakout, that's what we're looking for. Run did punch through that 4-day breakout. The last one on the list is LMNB. So we're getting a lot of stocks lining up right at breakout levels. This is why when I'm talking about in the market pushed up and paused. The sector rotation is looking better. Stocks pushed up and paused. We're at the precipice where we could have a really good, clean, bullish move to the upside. Will we get it? I'm planning for it. I'm scripting for it. If we get it, you get in there and you trade with conviction. If we get entries and they're reverse, you manage the trade like a pro. Act like a pro. You'll start to develop habits where the trade result is because of what you did, not what the market gave you. And that's where you become the person in control of whether or not you make money. I want to talk about one trade as a lesson to finish the day. And we're going to look at PLTR, which was a trade that we had from last week. Okay. Banging its head against 25, banging its head against 25, couldn't get out of 25, finally did today. We had a lot of questions last week about, and this week from the community. Should I get out? It's not moving in my favor. It's not moving fast enough in my favor. All these other stocks are flying. As long as the trade is still valid, you have to ask yourself, there's only 2 reasons to get out. Number 1 is it's not working anymore. Number 2 is there a different place that you can allocate that buying power? Now you have, again, this is like thinking like a professional stock trader. You have your money, you want to put it to work. You have your money, you want to put it to work. And the only reason to get out of a trade that is not moving fast enough in your favor is you have someplace else to put it. Now, if that wasn't the case here, the answer that came back was, it's still valid. The trade is still a valid trade, and there's plenty of room to go. We held on to the trade. The trade punched out of that today. Good volume, good breakout, still has the room to go. Will it follow through tomorrow? I hope so. We've been waiting 2 weeks for it to happen, but that's not the real lesson. The real lesson is knowing what you plan to do before you put the trade on, both from a profit perspective, from an initial profit target perspective, when you would plan to add to it, when you would plan to scale out, or when you would plan to get out. That's when trading is 10 times easier because you know what you need to do prior to putting the trade on. And that trade in PLTR is a great lesson on patience and knowing what you're going to do. I'm jazzed up tomorrow. We have pushes and pauses. You hear me talk about that all the time. We're lined up for that tomorrow. And again, here's the game plan. You got to put the whole thing in context. If it breaks out, fine. We'll add, we'll put on new positions, we'll manage them. If it breaks out and doesn't, that's fine too. That's part of trading. If it opens and opens lower, that's fine. You need to be the reason you're making money. You need to be the person in control of the outcome. Sometimes it moves in our favor, sometimes it moves against us. But the bottom line is, as long as you have an edge, and my edge is order flow and tape reading, as long as you have an edge over time, and if you do what you're supposed to, that's where the consistency comes from. And I'm really privileged to be here having these conversations with you. So leave a comment below. I just told you what has been the most common obstacles that people are telling me. I'd love to hear yours. Leave a comment, give us a thumbs up, and especially if you like the content, subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it, and hit the alert so you get some new updates from us. So there's a lot going on right now. We had a big conversation in the afternoon in our Discord community. It's pausing just like we would want it to before it takes off again. If it breaks out, great. If it doesn't break out, we have some winners that we're sitting on. D-Dog from last week was one of the bigger winners. Now we're moving up that trailing stop loss. Okay. Hope to hear from you. Leave a comment. I really want to hear from you. Have an awesome day, and I'll speak to you soon. Thank you so much, everybody.